Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It is Tuesday, May the 8th, the year 2018. Let's talk trading. Big part two. I didn't get a chance to tell you about the something that I see, and I'm going to have to write a few indicators, do some analysis. But let me just show you what I've been talking about. And of course, money and risk management. You see it every day, but do you do it every day? Come on, make sure you do it every day. Okay, big. What I noticed was, and it even works on the weeklies. You see a big candle like this, came all the way down. You see how price returned to that level? Now, it took a while to get there, but it returned. Oh, we've got all the fills here on the weekly gap, once again showing what a great trade that is. If you don't take advantage of that trade, that's on you. I can't click the mouse for you. And you see here, we've got some big candles. We might see a return. There's a nice big candle there. You see how a couple days later it returned. That's what I'm seeing, but this is on the daily. Now look at the hourly. You see this big candle here? You see what happened later? Price returned. Well, I woke up about 3:30 this morning, and this candle right here was, I believe that was a 3:30 candle. I think so. Let's see. Let me count back. We got 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah. I woke up right here, and I saw this big candle. And I'm thinking, guess what? I believe price is going to return, and look what happened. And then I went back to sleep, though. I didn't feel like putting a trade on at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm still recovering from all that political action I've been involved in. Then I saw this big candle here, and this was 6 o'clock candle. I thought, I bet price is going to return to this level, but I just didn't feel like putting the trade on. So you can put that up to the woulda, coulda, shoulda, or if you want to, you can call it Harry hindsight. But this is something that I've been seeing here. You get a big candle. Here we had, I guess, what we call a blow off top, and then it returned back to this level. And you see this a lot on NFP day. It happened Friday too, where if you look at a 1 minute, 5 minute, or even 1 hour chart, you can see this pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write an indicator. In fact, I've already got the code from other indicators. So you see here, what this price right here, will be able to count back however many bars you want, and then it will highlight the biggest bar, the biggest red bar and the biggest green bar at that price. And you can see if there's a chance where price might want to return to that level. So you can see here, this is a pretty big bar itself. And you see price is wanting to come all the way back down to this level. This is on the H1. But you can do it on other time frames too. You can look at M15. You see, once again, you have the big bar and you have price returning. You see this big bar here? Well, maybe price will be returning. Big bar here, price just may return. So that's what we're going to look for. And so what I want to see is, so if price here cuts through this big bar, then it's going to say, hey, this bar was down, price might want to return back here to this level. So that's part of the big bars, big returns. But I think this might be a profitable trade. So for example, here you can see it popped through that wick zone, the top of that candle, came back down, exited the wick zone, and you can see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of red right now. And as I just stated, you can see here we've got a buy zone trade triggering that recovered. So right here, live buy zone trade. No hairy hindsight. You can see the weekly open test here, cross and recross. So it crossed, 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 crossed. So you see, you take the direction of that last cross, you're trading away from the weekly, you're trading away from the daily, and there you have it. Right now, 11 pips below the daily. I just noticed something. I didn't put the price here on these opens. I might have to go into the code and do that. But probably because I have the other indicator, don't really need it. You can see rat trades here. Nice rat zone. Put that high in there, return. Now we're back into the green rat zone. And pivots, there wasn't really much of a range to the pivot. It opened right around it. And you can see we're heading south. So once again, buy zone trade, worth a couple of pips right now. Whoops. And let's go here. Price action, 2-ball, red at the line. You know, down here you can see price didn't want to close below or stay below this 108.90. It's rejected it how many times? You count them. But you can see here green at the line, red at the line. And you see we put in a number 1 ball, a 1 ball on the semaphore. So you might want to wait for it to see if we get a 2-ball or play a 1-ball reversal next hour. Green at the line, red at the line, green at the line, red at the line. Once again, just the same thing day after day. Simple stuff, not complicated at all. You can see here, there really wasn't much of a wick zone, so price is pretty much staying in it. I mean, we've got, what, 2 pips? So that was almost a doji on the daily candle. So wick zone trades were pretty much non-existent here. Well, we got the holo, you can see here, very nice. Nice trades out of the low zone, the lowest open zone here. Nice trades out of the highest open, and possible another lowest open trade coming in right here. And you can see here we just had selling, selling, selling. Then you see here price got over the line slightly and then just fell right back down. And looking here, once again, just with the spread dots, using the spread dots indicator as a timing your entry. Now you can see here we've got on the multimeter, well, we just had a second ago, it was pretty much red across the board. Now you see green and 1. So we got some buying here, but you'd be going against all of this. So once again, this is for timing. This is telling you what's going on down at the tick level. Though you might want to look at the candle colors to say, you know what, I got a red H1, so I'll let those buys happen, probably a pullback, and then when the selling returns, then I can jump back in the trade and stick with the higher time frame candle colors. That's one way of doing it. Or you can just scratch that. You see we got some selling, just kicked back in for 5 ticks. And once again, this is the 2018 spread dots. And you can turn it, this is the history. You can turn it on right here, Trading Wheels history. And this is training wheels. In other words, this is telling you what's going on and how many history messages you want. You can fill up the screen with them if you want. And if the font size is too big, you can change it here and turn it smaller. And then you will get you can have more history. So you can see here, you've got buying's happening, a lot more ticks than the selling. You still got M1 green, M5 is still red, so it's just like a slight pullback. But this will give you an indication if you're thinking it's at a reversal level. And let's just take a look here. Yeah, you can see here possible reversal area. Where is so many charts? I'm looking for this one. So you see here reversing off of the one ball. It's reversed about 7 pips off of the one ball. Just switch back to selling, but you can see here 251 ticks of buying. So you can see these are some nice size numbers here. So you might have wanted to take the trade to the north, or you could say nope, I don't like it. But you can see here how the candle colors have changed. But you can see here now it's pushing back down. So that was just a little pullback. Now we've got selling resuming. You see how that works now? Okay, and we were looking here at the IRBs, and you can see here there was a short trigger right here, and there are nice profit to be had, about 20 some pips in 3 hours. There was a nice profit. Pulled back here, dropped down. But if you stuck with the trade, you got paid. Stick with the trade, get paid, right? Little poetry there. So anyway, that's how I see things today. Remember, I'm working on this big stuff, and I'm thinking there might be a candle size that I have to find the time frame. I'm thinking maybe 15 minutes, and I'm thinking 8 pips. I'm thinking that anytime you get 8 pip or more movement one direction, there's going to be a movement coming back in the other direction sooner or later. So that's what I'm going to analyze. That's just my guess. Maybe it's 9, maybe it's 10, maybe it depends a little bit more on what pairs you're trading. But I believe that there is something that I see there. I have to put the statistics to it. So that'll be my work. Don't know when I'll get that done because it's springtime now and I got ranch chores to do. But you can see here, we've got some action coming back right there. Buyers did take over. And you can see here, we're reversing off the one ball, went through the double O, and a nice scalp of 7 pips was possible there if you took the double O trade. I'm not sure exactly when it kicked in on the buying, but I think it was down here somewhere, so definite. So that's it, fellow traders. I hope something clicked for you. Maybe you see these big candles. Like once again, you have this nice candle over 10 pips, pushed down and reversed and covered. That's zeroing out, as the mighty one would say. Shout out to the mighty one. Haven't seen him in a while. Anyway, so just remember, traders, big, small, doesn't matter. It's not what you trade. It's how you trade it. TheRumpledOne signing off to drain the banks.